Okay, you see what's behind me here? See that? That's a depot. We're trying to look at the photos in these postcards and get the view that you're supposed to get. I don't think this is where that bridge was, unless that depot is the building you see in this postcard I'm going to put up. And that's all I can think of. And then, you know, the street is 4 lanes wide now. You know, back in the day, this would have been maybe barely 2 lanes, you know, maybe 1. Who knows, 1.5 in 1908. That would have given us some room in front of this building for a couple of more over here. But I don't know. Sean and I are baffled. We've been looking at postcards. We've brought up some maps. I don't know. It's going to take a lot more work on this one. So this is our second time here too. I did take some footage. Some of it I can use, some of it I can't, but yeah, I want you to look at this railroad sign behind me. And then I'll explain to you a couple of the issues we're running into here. So I want you to look at the date on this. Oh, built on this site in 1899 by the Winona and Western Railway. So I have a map from 1899 that the Sanborn Insurance Company made, but it doesn't show this depot here. So I guess what I'm thinking now is that that depot was built just before or just after they made the map for that year, and that's why you don't see it. In fact, on that map you don't even see these tracks. So I'm going to say in early 1899 there probably wasn't any railroad tracks here, and I'm going to put that picture of that map up, that Sanborn Insurance map, so you can see there's no railroad or depot here, and I will pencil in where that depot was here when they built it. Okay, so we know the depot was built in 1899, and we know it was moved in 1903. So this photo has to be between 1899 and 1903 when it was moved. And I think if I line this up, I think the scene you see in this photo, I think this is the scene you're going to see in this next photo right here. Okay, so in 1903, which way are we going to go to get down to the corner? Take that sidewalk?
Yeah, we can do that. We can go down here. Go down there.
Okay, so we're going to go and see where the depot was moved on 2nd Street. So while we walk down there, and I think we're going to have to find another way, I'll plug in a picture of the depot after it was cut in half and it was going to be moved to 2nd Street. Now don't ask me what they did with the other half of the depot because nobody seems to know. But they did use one half and move it to 2nd Street. So we're gonna head down that way. Okay, so in the end, they moved that half a depot up here to this corner on 2nd Street. And then I think that's the 1904 map that you'll see that in. And then in the 1909 map, you will see, I don't know, they put an addition on it or something because it's a much longer station. And it does say there that they were intending to build another station, but in the end, maybe it was just an addition that they put on it. But here we go. This is where the depot was moved to on 2nd Street, right here. Okay, I have another one I'm going to plug in. Looks like it would have been taken from right about here. So Sean's been like my guide over here on this video too, trying to figure out the best places to stand and, you know, to plug in these photos and everything. And I think we're going to walk back over to the depot, and I'll show you some video of the outside of the depot. And actually, it's been remodeled. It's a restaurant, and they seem to be some great people. We knocked on the door this morning and asked if we could park the truck there for an hour or so, and they said, sure, go ahead. So everything you see in this is truck's been parked over at the restaurant. So I'll show you that depot from the outside, what it looks like today. So this first video that I'm going to take, I'm going to plug in a picture here, and to the right, you'll see this is your new bridge, of course, but there'll be a steel truss bridge to the right, just before you get to where the depot is. Okay, this is probably pretty close. Let me move over just a little bit more. I like to try and get these as close as I can. Okay, right about there. Right about there, you're going to see just a glimpse of the side of the bridge. And there is no depot here, but I can tell you that the Chicago Great Western storage house or storage warehouse is in the end of the photo, and there's a couple of houses that would be on the oh, that's 4th Street, Cottage Street. So those houses are on this side of that street, and the depot is not in this picture. So that means that in 1903 it was said that the depot was cut in half and moved. So that would make sense to this 1908 flood picture. So I'm going to put it in right now. So that's the intersection we're talking about. I'm not in the right spot yet, but heading that way. There's 4th Street. There's your railroad bridge. All of this is being washed out, and there's guys standing on the bridge back there. Okay, here's another view of that bridge. So back at the park, we're going to have a lunch and then call it a day, I guess, for today. And you know, we went out there to see where we could park, and we saw the depot. We thought we'd park in the parking lot by the depot, and then I read that plaque, and it made it sound like that depot was there all the time. And no, it was moved in 1903, and it never came back until I think it was 1998. So that's why it's not in those postcard photos. So that takes my question away from it for the most part. But you know, the bridge was probably, this new bridge was probably built in a little different spot than the old one, and naturally the bridge system for 4th Street was different when it was, you know, College Avenue. So I'm pretty comfortable that we're in the area, you know. So hope you catch me on my next one. God bless you all. Have a great day.